Do you know what's worse than getting left undelivered? Wasting years in the gym while still looking the same. This is exactly what I would tell my 17-year-old self, to not waste years anymore and actually do something he always wanted to do. And why should you listen to me? Small, handsome YouTuber with a sick accent. Well, I might be small on the outside, but I helped my friend Tommy do exactly what you wants to do. You always wanted to do. And the best part is, it only took us 8 months. Not to mention what I have been able to do myself and my other friends. If you are ready to have the best conversation of your life right now, put the phone down and let's go. By the way, my friend, the last point, number 6, I'm gonna tell you something very embarrassing for me, but something that changed me very deeply. So you need to watch up until that. And by the way, you can't just skip, because then you're not gonna understand what I'm gonna be talking about. You gotta watch the whole video. And if you do, you're gonna change very deeply as well. I'm 24 years old right now. I attempted to start training when I was 17 years old, but really I took it seriously shortly after my 20th birthday. So it took me 3 years to realize the truth. The only way to make a change is to commit. What I was doing, and the reason why I wasn't able to make any muscle gains when I was 17 years old until 20, was because I trained like a retard, basically. My training looked like this. 1 week I trained for a full week, then I didn't train for 2 weeks. And this was happening over and over again. And once I actually didn't train for a full 6 months because I had a girlfriend. Things were nice and comfortable, you know, I didn't feel like going out of my comfort zone because my comfort zone was my girlfriend, so why would I, right? But I wasted 3 years, and if I didn't waste them, my physique could look so much different today, because that would be 3 more years under my belt with a consistent training. When I was 20 years old, I realized I need to make a change, so I'm staring myself in the mirror and I'm telling myself, this is not how you are supposed to look, Lucas. You have to make a change. You look like a fucking stick. If somebody came to do this to your arm, your bones would snap. You have no muscle. This is exactly how I looked when I was 20 years old. So I decided I'm gonna commit. After 1 month of committing, I realized these 6 truths I'm gonna be talking about in this video. If you're 17 years old right now, or 18 or 16, whatever, you are gonna benefit from this video so much that I should actually be charging for this, but I'm not gonna do that because I know how much I would appreciate somebody talking to me like this when I was 17. Because the truth is, once your physique changes and you start to feel confident in your own skin, you start to project that into the world. People start to notice that you seem different. They can't really put their finger on what's happening, but they can see that you project a different kind of energy. And that's because when you like what you see when you look in the mirror, you operate on a higher vibration, and people feel that. Even you feel that. That's the best part about it. This video is gonna do that for you. The first point, my friend, is this. So I'm walking in the gym, right? I'm doing my chest flies. And I can't help but notice that my shirt looks kinda like tighter on me than usual. So I'm flexing in the mirror, I'm checking myself out. And then this guy comes up to me and says, "Hey Lucas, what have you been doing recently?" And I ask him, "What do you mean?" And he says, "Your chest looks like it's ripping the shirt off." And I look into his eyes and I say, "Damn, you think so?" And he says, "Yeah, look at you." And that's the moment I realized that is the first time in my life that I actually started training consistently for 2 months. Only 2 months and I'm able to see this difference, and people around me actually notice that as well. So the first point of this video is, you should believe in what you're doing for longer. That means you should actually stick to one plan that you know works for you and just do that for a long time, because chances are you're just trying so many different training programs that you don't even get results from any of them, because you have to stick to one thing for a long time to see a change, because muscles are not built overnight, right? They're built over a long time. So to really make sure that your training program works, you have to try it for at least a month, 2 months, consistently, without any like oh, I don't want to train legs, so I'm not gonna go. No, shut the fuck up. You can't be doing that. You have to go to the gym all the time. And by all the time, I mean, if you plan to train 3 times a week, you go 3 times a week, no matter what. You don't need to be fucking living in the gym, like getting a sleep bag and sleeping under the bench, like some fucking homeless guy. When I was 17, I actually started getting into it kinda. I thought, yeah, this guy online is telling me that I should do bro split. I didn't know what that means back then. After doing it for a week, 2 weeks, I didn't really believe that I'm gonna be the one building muscle. I didn't believe I could do it. So naturally I went online and started looking for something else. Then I found push-pull legs, which is split I'm doing until today. And I tried it for 2 weeks, didn't work. So I didn't believe in myself that I can actually do it. And that's a big mistake. Because in your life, my friend, you have to believe in whatever you are doing.
My friend, let's go. Let's get it.
Where, boy?
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Doesn't even need to be in the gym, right? But you have to believe that, okay, if I put my mind into this goal, I am going to achieve it. You need to have this mentality, bro, like I can do whatever I want to do and I'm gonna be successful. Nobody's gonna stop me, I'm gonna be successful. Because these dickheads on Instagram, they tell you that you need to be fucking humble or some shit. Shut your bitch ass up. You need to be fucking mad. You need to go and believe, because that's how you become great. That's how you fucking make things happen. You won't make things happen by being humble. And because of this, people are afraid to even post their progress online. Because you should be humble. Shut the fuck up. If people are posting stories of drinking alcohol with their friends, being in the fucking clubs, dancing like a retard, why shouldn't you post your progress? Belief is fucking powerful, bro. The difference between a guy who gains 20 pounds of muscle and the guy who gains 5 is not in physicality, it's in the mind. They both have the same potential, but one guy believed he can become bigger and stronger. The other guy thought, okay, I'm gonna be humble, 5 pounds of muscle, that's pretty nice. And he doesn't even get that. He gets like 4.5 pounds in, I don't know, 2 years. And I'm saying this too because if I did only this one thing when I was 17, I would be so much better by now. It's actually painful to realize that I could be somewhere else if I just believed in myself more. Number 2, my friend. I'm driving to the gym. I'm in my car, holding the steering wheel, and I'm looking out the window. It's raining. I get a notification from my friend. I open my phone and it says, Lucas, today I'm not gonna train. And it's leg day, by the way, yeah? So I'm reading it and I'm like, oh, you fucking bitch. He says like he needs to do something else, so I'm like, okay, you're gonna train tomorrow, right? And he says, yeah, sure. So I go into the gym, I have a nice leg day, I can't walk the next day, and then the next day I'm gonna train push, that's like chest, triceps and shoulders, yeah? So I go into the gym and I'm now with my friend, he's in the gym now, and he doesn't train legs. He actually skips leg day and goes to train push with me. So I'm thinking like, okay, you're a fucking bitch. And I would normally forget about this little moment, but 2 months later, this guy, he used to train 5 times, 6 times a week with me, but now he's training like twice, if even. Why? What happened, right? The reason this happened is because those skipped days matter a lot. And you might think to yourself, okay, Lucas, you're full of shit. There's no way me skipping that day is gonna make any difference. Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro, because nobody has the balls to tell you. If you skip that one day, you will start slowly, I'm not saying like overnight, but slowly you're gonna start building the habit of gym is not important, so I don't need to train when X comes up. So what's gonna happen is, you skip that one day and slowly over time, you're gonna skip 2 days a week, then 3 days a week, and suddenly you realize, fuck, I lost all my muscle. You're looking at yourself in the mirror and you realize, I'm skinny again. Why? Because you made a bad habit of skipping gym. Because you thought that one day was fine to skip. I had a wedding, so it's okay to skip. But motherfucker, if you skip that day, everything will go to shit. So unless you have like a really strong reason why you can't go to the gym, you should always go, because it matters so much. My friend went from looking like this to looking like this just because of this one fucking habit. Unfortunately, that's the reality, you know, but luckily muscles have a memory, so once you start training again, it's gonna come back quicker. But why would you even want that to happen? Why not just stay disciplined, stay true to yourself, keep your word and go to the gym, even on those inconvenient days? Like last time I had that day, I went to the gym anyways. I had the wedding at 10 a.m. Guess what happened? I woke up at 6, I was in the gym by 7, and I was back home eating my breakfast by fucking 9. And I had full hour to get ready for the wedding. Voila. That's how I fucking did it. So you always have to find a way to do this. Yes, sometimes it's very inconvenient and you will skip, but then don't allow yourself to do it again and again and again, because you are on the path to get into the trap of stopping completely. And it might seem unreal to you, okay, but if you don't listen to me right now, you're gonna be here in 2 months wondering why nothing seems to work. So if you are really serious, my friend, and you don't want to waste 3 years like I did when I was 17, you should listen to me right now. Number 3 is not gonna be like a mistake you're doing and I was doing, but rather a fucking mindset shift, I would say. So I'm standing at a hockey game. I am guarding it because I'm a security guard. I'm making sure that people don't fight each other, and there's this cute girl to my right working here as well. She's not a security guard, she's like she works for a betting company, like you bet money on which team is gonna win, right? So I'm looking at her and I think she's really attractive, and I see that she's looking at me back. So I go and speak to her. I say, what are you guys doing? There's 2 girls, right? The one I like and her friend. And they have like a big tablet of some bullshit, I don't know what it is. She's holding it in her hands. So I go on and ask, what do you guys have? What is that? And there's a noise, there's a lot of noise here. I can't even hear myself, so I have to lean in, you know, it's kind of fun. So I ask what it is. We start having a conversation about how they are trying to get people to bet because that's how they make money here. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of fun. So I end up getting her number and we are gonna go on a date later. But before I do, there's this tall guy, handsome motherfucker, like with the curly hair. I don't have hair, so he's handsome as fuck. He realizes that her friend and him, they have the same tattoo on his arm. So he's about to like take his clothes off, you know, and I jokingly say, brother, take your shirt off. And he tells me, nah, I don't look like you. So I'm not gonna do that. This little moment, it was funny as fuck in the moment, but thinking back, when I was 17 years old, I would never even like realize how important building my dream body will be to me and how it's gonna change literally everything in my life. People perceive me differently. I perceive myself differently. If I didn't train, do you think I would go and speak to the girl I liked? No, I would be fucking scared. I would have no confidence. I would live on a lower vibration and I would just be staring at her like a creep, you know. If she's gonna look at me like this. That's exactly what I would be doing. But because I had the confidence that I have my dream body and I look fucking sexy, I just went on to speak to her. Why not? So, number 3 is going to the gym and building your dream body will be more important for you than you can possibly imagine. So prioritize it. This should actually be one of your top priorities when you come into self-development. For example, if you are a businessman and you go on meetings daily or weekly, whatever, you're gonna get better fucking results because people you speak to will see that, okay, this guy, he takes care of himself. He's so disciplined that he built a body like this. they're gonna respect you more. That's gonna up your sales. Building your body is the best asset you can possibly have as a businessman. When you're 17 years old, if you go to school, people will fucking look at you differently. You're gonna be that one masculine motherfucker in the whole school that everybody will be secretly jealous of. I had one of these guys in my school. I was jealous of him because he was getting the attention I wanted from females and from other men as well. He was basically this fucking Chad looking motherfucker. Even the teachers looked at him with fucking respect. Imagine a 40-year-old teacher looking at 17-year-old guy with respect. I didn't get that, they played with me. So just imagine what that's gonna do when you build your dream body. And lucky you, when you are 17, your testosterone is up through the roof. So you're gonna have easier time building a fucking physique. Because more testosterone means more muscle. Number 4, my friend, is actually something that I would love to hear when I was 17. This would actually change everything for me. So, I'm 17 years old, we're sitting in class with my friend Miro. Behind us there's like 3 girls just constantly talking between each other. One day I'm sitting there and I overheard one of them talking. They said, Miro is so cringe for wearing smaller shirts to make his tiny arms look like they're muscular. They were basically laughing at us for building our bodies. As I was listening to that, I have like fire inside of me. I'm mad. Why the fuck would you say this behind me? Literally behind me, like a meter, 2 meters behind me. But I didn't say anything. Instead, I started working on myself even fucking harder. And guess what? Miro was doing the same. And he was getting so good that he actually went on to compete at a bodybuilding show. And then he posted the pictures on his Instagram page. And guess what? These bitches are following him to this day. And guess what? They didn't fucking make fun of him anymore. They were liking these pictures and they were even commenting below the post. So my point is with this story is that let them laugh, bro, because they're gonna be looking up to you in 3 years' time. Maybe even less. Because people right now will be laughing at you like, oh, this guy is trying to get bigger, that's so cringe. This guy is going to the gym, he's so skinny, why is he going to the gym? You need to eat more, are you hungry? That's what people were asking me. Lucas, are you hungry? Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them, because today the same people are fat, broke, asking for advice. So fuck them. They can go eat a dick somewhere else. So what you should do, my friend, you should ignore these motherfuckers. They are miserable anyways. Who in their right mind, if they were happy with themselves, would look down on other people? Fuck them. This is not about them making fun of you. This is about you. You are building something that's gonna be with you for the rest of your life. You're gonna look at yourself in the mirror when you're gonna be 20 and you're gonna say, fuck. I'm so glad I did that when I was 17. I actually committed. Number 5, my friend, is something that's very simply said, and that is, don't overcomplicate it. When you go online, you just see so many people, okay, this is not optimal, this is the best exercise, this is so fucking good, you have to skip leg press, you have to do this. Shut up. Don't watch these idiots. Do not overcomplicate fitness because it's so simple. All you have to do is train, eat, sleep, and repeat. That's everything you need to do to build the best body that you can fucking build. You thought I'm gonna tell you like a fucking hard, difficult blueprint. No, when you like go into the fundamentals, this is 80% of the game. You just sleep, eat, train, repeat. Everything else is fucking bullshit. A few things I can tell you is choose a few exercises you like, you feel good, and just focus on them, do them. One of them for me is weighted dips. I love that exercise so much and it's one of my main pec builders. And just focus on doing this exercise every time you train chest, for example, right? This is one example of making it simple. because it really is simple. You can even simplify your diet. You don't need to eat 50 foods and like rotate between them. No, I eat the same breakfast since 2021. It's 2025 today. And I didn't get bored of it because I just chose one food I like and I focused on doing that every day. And it made me fucking look at the fucking results. Yeah? And the way to make this so simple that it's so easy for you to do is what I helped Tommy to do. And that's why I've been able to make this happen in 8 months. So if you want me to help you with that, click the first link in the description. So, I'm training with my friend Matteo. We are in the gym, we're doing a leg day. And I can't help but think, this guy looks so fucking big. Then I look at myself in the mirror. And I look the same I looked 2-3 months ago. Why is this? We had the same workout plan. We trained the same things every day. We almost ate the same food as well. So what happened? And then I look back. And I realized that I told Matteo to train hard. Go to failure on everything, and he did. I didn't. What I did was, I was faking going to failure. I basically stopped maybe like with 5 reps in reserve because it started to feel hard and I didn't want it to be hard, so I stopped. But I made it look like I'm struggling, you know? I made it look like this was my last possible rep, but it wasn't. I had maybe like 5 more. And I did this to not look like a pussy in front of him, but guess what happened? He actually trained really to failure and he overgrown me. He grew muscle in 3 months, but I stayed the same because one simple truth. And this is so embarrassing for me because I didn't want to look like a pussy in front of him, but that's actually what I did, because then I admitted to him, okay, Matteo, I have to tell you, I was faking failure. And he didn't even look surprised. It looked like I confirmed his suspicions. That was fucking embarrassing to me. And what you can take from this is that you have to go to failure on everything you do. Because you hear online that, oh, it's not optimal to train to failure. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Failure is your wormhole to success. If you don't go to failure, you won't build any muscle. You will look the same. You will be like me when I was 20 years old looking at myself in the mirror. And you will question yourself, okay, what happened? Why am I still looking the same with 3 years under my belt? Do not skip failure. And brother, if you want me to help you, one-on-one, just me and you talking, I will do that for you. By the time you are 18 or 19 years old, you will have the body you always wanted. And that's a guarantee. If I don't make that happen for you, all your money back, no problem. I promise you, at 18 or 19, you're gonna have your dream body. And you're gonna be experiencing everything you just heard today. Attention from women, the respect from other people, the respect from yourself, the living on higher vibrations. All of that, you are gonna be living. You will then come back to this video and you'll be like, okay, yeah, this guy knew what he's talking about. I'm glad I actually did that. So, click the first link in the description and I'm gonna fucking help you become a machine. Like always, my friend, we go above and beyond. Bah! Do we get abs? Oh, we do. We do get abs. Yeah, bye-bye.